There is a much awaited choreography that is about to release. I'm geared up for it. And especially if Madhuri Dixit is featuring in it, there is
Madhuri
Dixit.
curiosity because of the years she has spent in performing various forms of dance on celluloid. Ami J. Tomar from the first Bhool Bhulaiya.
Also, given
Bulbulaya.
Madhuri's Kathak classical background.
Yes, totally. It gives her such an advantage.
And as a matter of fact, the whole movie, the original movie of Bulbulaya 1, relied on the ability of their cast, mainly on this. And I presume, actually, that the auditioning process was probably all based surrounding Ami J. Tomar.
I agree, yes, completely.
An absolute rage, both in terms of the context, which was that this was being performed by Avni, who finds herself in a trance, absolutely losing herself to Manjulika, dancing with her partner.
We also saw the original, Rara. That's actually the original one.
That's the origin.
That's the original one.
Pretty cool.
Assuming it to be the King's Court. That was one thing, but also the choreography that does a back and forth between Avni's manic state and how the original performance may have been. The important point that I want you to keep in mind when seeing the original film's choreography is the setting in which they are performing. This is a set created where the floor, the background, and the characters, and even the walls behind them are not even partially digitally rendered. You can especially point this out in the map.
I agree with that. The organic set, obviously, it was what it was available at the time. What happens with the new scene of Ami J. Tomar is because of the digitalization of the film, it's such a big element of both the second film and the second sequel and the third one. They have made it such a breathing element of it that it has taken away from the organic way of filming from the original Bulbulaya. I do think that it takes some of the realism away, and it makes it quite hard to I don't know, create some sort of like reaction in you.
I think the premise overall of Bulbulaya 3, given the fact that from what I understand, it is actually real, the possession is actually real, the supernatural aspect of the movie is genuine, you've sort of lost then what Ami J. Tomar original's composition was made for, which is for the derangement and the duality of sanity and insanity.
Okay.
What's real and what isn't, and then you have to play to the you know, from a director perspective and as an actor and as a dancer, you have to play to the duality of both, in the sense of, in her world, because she's fucking nuts, that's real.
Yes.
Then you kind of break the fourth wall a bit when you sort of introduce effect. So you introduce the sort of, as you call it, digitalization of things.
I don't think it's necessary though. It could have been quite impactful to have some of that possession, the reality of the possession, be a little bit more organic in the way of filming.
Are we chatting bollocks, or do you agree?
Do you like the digital aspect of it?
No, like the whole point we just said. Because it'll be interesting to see. This is one of my favorite parts of over streaming, that we get like feedback straight away.
Yeah.
Agreed. No, get fucked. All right. Fully agreed. The old one's so much better. Agreed.
And all the events are looking absolutely beautiful. You can see how the technical team has airbrushed the hell out of their faces, so much so that they even come across as 2 to 3 shades lighter than what they actually are. While I find it an absolute privilege to see Madhuri Dixit dance and just be in awe for expressions, and kudos to Vidya Balan to try and match the same finesse.
I think she did well. Vidya Balan is a very capable dancer.
Yeah, capable
I think she is a phenomenal performer.
Yeah, she's a capable
So
cast.
the harsh pill to swallow in the case of face-offs, especially when you're sharing the stage with Madhuri Dixit, is that you mostly pale in comparison. I'll tell you when, however, it wasn't that sharp of a contrast later in the video. The issue that most people are having with Ami J. Tomar 3.0 is not necessarily the choreography, but what is seeming like a poor render of the floor in this frame.
It is.
Also,
it's
if
like
you look at it from here,
floating.
it's so empty as well. Like it does seem like floating. Look at their legs.
It's like
I never noticed that in there.
the green screen was off there for some reason.
Yeah, I never noticed that actually. Well, we focus so much on the music that it's kind of hard for us to focus on all the video.
No, but I
aspects of
noticed
things.
it after. I think I've seen the video a couple of times now, because it's going viral in Reels as well. So you know.
Yeah, like if you look at.
It just looks like they're floating in the scene, like they're not part of it at all.
Yeah.
Follow both the actors, and they seem to be in close proximity to each other, clearly coming across as performing together and for the King's Court. Madhuri Dixit, however, is just different gravy. And I still say this with utmost empathy for Vidya Balan. She tries her best. But there is a clear distinction between a trained classical dancer and one who has danced, yes, but has not learnt the art form to that level.
I
And
wonder
this-
what Vidya's background is actually.
I don't think she has a
Vidya.
dance background per se. I think she's
What was her name? Balan.
Vidya Valen, yeah.
Vidya Balan. Let's see what her background in
I
terms of
genuinely
dance
think she
is.
was such a competent,
Competent actress.
actor.
I don't
Yeah.
know if she's competent for dance. Well,
I liked what I saw
Okay, fine.
in the first film.
Let's-
I thought she was perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely fantastic for that role.
Let me put it like this. Let me give you... Put Sonu Nigam next to Anuv Jain.
Yeah, no.
And then
it's
you
different.
tell
You
me,
cannot.
vocally speaking...
Yeah, it's a good singer, but he's never gonna be Sonu Nigam. Yeah, I understand.
And then you're putting them par on par, like
Yes.
bar for bar.
Yeah, no,
It-
like
it-
a dance off. It is a difficult situation.
And I like Anuv. Anuv's not bad, but there's levels to the game, and that's okay, guys. You don't have to be as good or classically trained.
Efra went there.
Yeah, like
No, but it's true. I agree with that.
yeah, you don't have to. That's not fair. With someone said the Sonu Nigam and Jubin. That's not a fair one because what they sell. I mean, actually, fairly fair, I guess. But Jubin has done the miles. Anuv hasn't. He
Yes,
isn't.
yes.
He isn't.
He isn't there yet.
He
Yeah.
isn't there yet. So it's quite intriguing.
Also, very early in his career is completely different.
Also,
to
the
put
type
him
of
there.
music he does, it's very different to the type of music that Sonu Nigam has made, that someone like Jubin has made, someone like Arijit. Or okay, fine, do it like this. Shreya Ghoshal and...
Anybody else?
nah, because there's
No, there's a lot of competitive there.
Who would be a good comparison? Shreya Ghoshal or... I was thinking Jonita just because we were just hearing her and Arijit sing.
But she's actually really good too. I
Yeah,
don't have anything
but I think the
against her.
pedigree is very different because I think Jonita's very much pop.
But I just think Shreya is in her own lane, bro. Like I don't think you even put her there.
No, because I don't think Vidya is as bad as Neha Kakkar as a dancer.
Oh, that
Or is she? Did people think so? No way. Well, because Neha's not a bad singer, mate.
Palaka Muchal, people are saying.
That's what people said. That's why fucking in Ashiki 2, that's why he jumps off the bridge, because he goes from the Shreya version to
No, don't say that. What do you mean?
well, Vidya's not. Yeah, maybe Palake might be a good one.
I like her too.
Yeah, she's okay. She's not bad at all. Let's have a look at her sort of background as a dancer, because I don't think she has any. Vidya born, according to Vidya, speaks a mix of Malayalam and Tamil. Pursuing master's degree. She was a female cast. She has a degree in sociology.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah, she has zero background in dance. Wow,
Apart from her years in the industry, which will train you. Well,
yeah,
let
but
me
not
tell
classical. Not classical though, because this is a classical
You. Yeah, no,
piece.
I
though.
understand.
Yeah, fair enough. Regardless, sí, but
She is trained by the industry. You got to
Yeah,
put it into perspective. You can't.
she is a double threat for sure. She can dance and act
Yes.
for sure, but can she dance classically?
To the level of Madhurit, it is
You can be a good pop singer. That doesn't necessarily mean you're operatically trained
correct.
or classically
No,
trained.
I agree.
No, I know you agree, mate.